Hello everyone, welcome to accountancy class. I am Divya, lecturer in commerce, GSI PU College, Mysore. Today in this session, let us discuss about the compound entries from chapter 3, session 6, that is recording of transaction 1. So in types of journal entries, one is simple journal entry and second one is the compound journal entry. Simple journal entry means when two accounts are involved in a journal entry, one account is debited and another account is credited, that is known as simple journal entry. Next one is compound journal entry. When the number of accounts is debited or credited more than one in a journal entry is known as compound journal entry. So here commenced business with cash rupees 5,000, goods rupees 2,000 and furniture rupees 3,000. First identify the number of accounts here. One is cash account. Second one is here goods worth rupees 200. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ goods ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ goods account ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, stock account. So second one is stock account. Next one is furniture. So commenced business, that means business is started here. So they are investing cash, stock as well as furniture into the business. So one more account is capital account. So the person started business by investing cash, goods and furniture. So goods means here stock. So stock account as well as furniture account. Cash, stock and furniture comes under assets. These are all inflow into the business. So when it is inflow into the business, asset increases. Asset increases means it has to be debited. So first journal entry, cash account debited, stock account debited, furniture account debited. 2. Which account should be credited? Capital account. So when the business is commenced with all these items, they are investing the capital. Owner's claims increases. That means owner claim means it is a capital. So capital increases means it has to be credited. So credit the capital account. That is 5,000, stock 2,000 and furniture 3,000, total 10,000. Business started with 10,000. Write the narration. Being business started with cash, stock and furniture. Next one, commenced business with cash rupees 5,000, stock rupees 6,000, furniture rupees 7,000. Due to Raju rupees 2,000, building rupees 13,000, bank overdraft rupees 4,000 and due from Rama rupees 4,000. So from the question, first you identify the number of accounts. One is cash account, stock account, furniture account, building account. Due from Rama means Rama is a debtor here. Due to Raju means he is a creditor. Next one is bank overdraft. Next account is capital account, because when a business started with all these items, owner claim will be there, that is considered as a capital. So cash, stock, furniture, building and debtors, all these comes under assets. So asset increases in the business means it has to be debited. Then debit, cash account debited, stock account debited, furniture account debited, buildings account debited. Due from Rama means Rama here, debtor. Due from Rama account debited. Bank overdraft and creditors comes under liability. Liability increases in the business means it has to be credited. Credit to due to Raju account, then to bank overdraft. Due to Raju is 2000 and bank overdraft is 4000. So debit must be equal to credit here. So credit the capital account. Capital accounts. First you total the debit column amount, get 35,000 minus 6,000. The difference is 29,000. Owner's claim is 29,000. Being business started with cash, stock and furniture. Cash, stock and furniture, buildings. This is one type of compound entry. So next one, purchase goods from A rupees 1000 and from B rupees 2000. First you identify the two accounts here. One is purchase account, next one A account and B account. Business purchased goods from A as well as goods from B. A and B are the suppliers, that is nothing but they are suppliers, means they are creditors. So purchases comes under expenses. Expenses increases means it has to be debited. So debit the purchase account. Purchase account debited. A and B are creditors. Creditors comes under liability. Liability increases means it has to be credited to A's account to B's account. That is purchased from A 1000, purchased from B 2000, total 3000. Being goods purchased from A and B. Next, purchase goods from C for cash rupees 1000 on a credit rupees 2000. First identify the accounts here. So purchases comes under expenses. Expenses increases means it has to be debited. Cash comes under assets. So when you purchases, cash is going out of the business, it reduces the asset, so asset account is credited, and B becomes the creditor. So creditor increases means it has to be credited. So first account, purchase account debited, to cash account to C's account. On cash basis, goods purchased is 1000, on credit basis 2000, total goods purchased is 3000. Being goods purchased from C with cash and credit. So purchases comes under expenses. Expenses increases means debited. Next one, cash comes under assets. So cash business in the ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ credit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. C is a creditor. So creditors comes under liability. Liability increases means credited. That's why cash and credit account is credited here. Next, sold goods to Z for cash rupees 2000 and on credit rupees 3000. First identify the number of accounts. ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಂದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅರ್ಧ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಅರ್ಧನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಝೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ cash comes under asset. So asset increases. Goods ಅನ್ನ ಮಾರಿದಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್. Z is a customer. Customer means he is a debtor. So debtor comes under asset. Asset increases, it means debited. So debit the Z account to sales account. Sales comes under income. Income increases means it has to be credited. That's why the sales account is credited. So on cash basis 2000, credit basis 3000, total goods sold is 5000. Being goods sold to Z on cash and credit. Next one, sold goods to E rupees 2000 and rupees 3000. First identify the number of accounts here. So one is E account, second one is F account, and last one is sales account. Here goods sold on credit basis to E and F. So E and F are the customers here. So customers means they are debtors. If debtors comes under asset, asset increases means it has to be debited. Debit is account debited, F account debited to sales account. Why I credited the sales account? Sales comes under income. If income increases means it has to be credited. So credit the sales account. Goods sold on credit basis to E is 2000, F is 3000. So total amount credited is 5000. Being goods sold to E and F on credit. Next one, paid salary rupees 500 and rent rupees 800 and postage rupees. So here first you identify the number of accounts. One is salary account, second one is rent account, third one is postage account. So here salary paid. Paid means here one more account is cash account. Salary, rent and postage, these are all expenses. So here expenses increases means it has to be debited, and cash comes under asset. Asset decreases means it has to be credited. Why means when the amount is paid in the form of salary, rent or postage, cash is going out of the business. That's why cash account is credited. Salary account debited, rent account debited, postage account debited to cash account. So salary paid is 500, rent paid is 300 and postage amount is 100 rupees. Total amount credited is 900. Write the narration. Being cash paid for salary, rent. So salary, rent and postage comes under expenses. Expenses increases means it has to be debited. So expense increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅಸೆಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಅಸೆಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಯು ಆಲ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.